Since we don't want to get caught, we plan ahead, are we crazy or what? We plan ahead, are we crazy or what?
Hi there, I'm fixing to clean up our gardens and get them ready to plant. But first I want to take you on a tour of our backyard and show you some of the work that I'm going to do to get them ready. Hi, I'm Josh from Self-Reliance School. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of our backyard and show you some of the cleanup that I'm going to do to get our gardens ready for the growing season. So first off, why should you clean your garden? Well, the first and obvious reason is you can clean out any trash that may have blown in. Also, you can see if there's any low spots that need to be filled in with dirt, and you can see if anything needs to be repaired. Because sometimes when we leave our gardens over the winter, the frame might start falling apart and have to be repaired, and sometimes the fence has to be reattached in places. So it's always a good idea to clean your gardens before you plant in them. This is what is now our herb garden. Last year I used this garden to plant some tomatoes and some basil. Though the tomatoes didn't do very well because this is a low-lying area. It pools often when it rains, and it doesn't get a whole lot of sun. So this year I'm going to use this garden solely as an herb garden. Now, herbs like basil, dill, and oregano, they need full sun. And so I can't really plant those here, but herbs like sage, parsley, and mint, they don't need a whole lot of sun. So those are the kinds of herbs that I'll plant this year in this garden. If you'll notice, this tree kind of looks out of place, and we didn't plant this tree here. This is an althea tree, and we did plant some althea trees along the back fence, and one of the seeds from those trees blew over here, and it sprouted into this tree, and we just haven't removed it, and it's been here ever since. So that's why this tree looks a little out of place. So this garden I built out of just 3 wooden planks that I treated with a soy-based stain. It's a biodegradable stain, it's non-toxic, and it keeps the wood from rotting. The reason when you want to stay away from treated wood is because treated wood is treated with chemicals, and when the treated wood comes in contact with the soil, some of the chemicals can leak into the soil and then get absorbed by the plants, and then of course you eat the plants, and so that's not good. So to clean up this garden, all I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the stakes and reattach the fence. The fence is here to keep out our dogs, and who love to run around, and so of course I don't want them running into this garden. And it's also here to keep out rabbits and cats. Now, of course, you want to keep out rabbits because they'll eat your plants, and then cats you want to keep out because they might use the garden as a litter box, and you don't want that either. So now this fence is kind of short, and rabbits and cats, they can jump pretty high, so they could probably jump over this if they really wanted to, but it still helps to deter them, and it's better than nothing. And this is our flower bed, or at least we call it our flower bed. We don't actually grow flowers here. We use this bed for our more permanent plants, like our grape vines here, our peach tree, and we also have a pineapple guava bush over there. For the grapevines, I need to build some trellises so that they grow upward and not outward. And for the peach tree has been here for a few years, but we haven't actually gotten any peaches from it because it's infested with peach-eating moths. And that's a problem because the moths will get inside the peach and eat the peach, and then we can't eat the peach. And it's hard to treat these moths, or this tree, because our neighbors behind us also have a peach tree, and they don't treat their peach tree correctly. And we also have another neighbor down the street who also has a peach tree, which I'm pretty sure is infected as well. So it's hard to treat the peach tree because the other neighbors, they don't care about the peaches, they just let them fall. So that's a real problem here. So I'm going to see how it goes this this year with the peach tree. I'm going to see if I can pull some of the bugs out of the flowers before they close up and form peaches. For the guava bush, it's self-pollinating, but we haven't actually gotten pineapple guavas yet because I just found out a little too late last year that to help pollinate it, you need to take a paintbrush and spread the pollen from flower to flower on the guava bush. I found that out a little too late last year after the blooms were starting to die, so it was a little too late. So hopefully this year I'll get it in time and we'll have some guavas. Also for this garden, I'm also going to pull up some of the ivy that grows in from the neighbor's yard and hopefully get rid of some of the honeysuckle as well. I'm also hoping to put down some mulch sometime too. And this is our pineapple guava. It's actually being kind of choked by our honeysuckle. The honeysuckle is relentless. It just won't die. I've tried to dig it up several times, but it just keeps coming back. So this year I'm hoping to hopefully keep it back, either kill it or just keep it back. And so hopefully we'll get some pineapple guavas. And this is our main garden. It's a hoop house so that when it gets too hot here in Texas, we can put a shade cloth over it to protect some of our plants from the sun. And we built this garden a few years ago out of cinder blocks, wood, and PVC pipe. Now the PVC pipe isn't actually in the soil, it's actually going into the cinder blocks, so we don't have to worry about any of the chemicals leaching into the soil. So for this garden, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the weeds and hopefully cut back some of this honeysuckle, like I said. And I also have some dirt here that I'm going to use to fill in some of the low spots. The reason there's low spots is because whenever I plant something inside, I usually come out here and to steal some of the dirt. So there's a few low spots that I need to fill in with this dirt here. I'm also going to restring the trellises. The trellises I built last year out of just wood that I treated with a soy-based stain to keep it from rotting. I'm hoping to get another year out of them, but we'll see how it goes. This year I'm hoping to plant tomatoes, peppers, obviously some beans on the back for the trellis, for my first crop, also some okra, and then for my second crop toward the fall I'm hoping to plant some pumpkins and some squash. And last year I tried planting some squash, but I kept the shade cloth on too long, so it kept some of the moisture in, so blight ended up killing my squash. I would have had some really nice squash had the blight not killed it. And these are our compost tumblers. They're used for making compost, and that's what I'm going to use for them for this year. I'm going to take some kitchen scraps and some whatever cuttings we have, put those in here, and also some brown material. So I have some newspaper and I have a shredder, so I'm going to shred the newspaper, put that in here, and then tumble it about once a day. And hopefully after a few weeks it'll have turned into compost that I can use in all of our gardens to help our plants grow. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on this tour of our backyard. In the next video, I will show you the process of cleaning up our garden and exactly what I'm going to do. So I'll see you in the next video.